What's going on, boys? It's your boy, Limitless Mike, coming at you with another video. Today's topic is why it's never good to relapse on semen retention. Man, when you relapse, bros, that 2 second high that you get, that instant gratification, it's never worth it. And you notice while you're doing the act, you feel like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I doing this? And you keep on and you keep on, and you're like, you know what? I might as well just bust anyways. Yeah, that right there, bros, it's never worth it. Because you're trying to put yourself on a path of least resistance. You're trying to put yourself on a path of success. You're trying to put yourself on a path that only a few men take. And when you're constantly when you're relapsing, you're basically saying that I'm not worth it. I'm not enough. I'm gonna continue this act. Don't listen to the pages where they say things like, "Oh, it's okay to relapse." It's not okay to relapse. It's not. It's not okay to relapse. It's not okay to sit there and do that to yourself when you know that you're worth more than that. You know what I'm saying, bros? So really think about that. To succeed on semen retention, you gotta think deeply. You gotta really sit down with yourself. A lot of times, a lot of people they don't sit down with themselves. You gotta sit down with yourself and you gotta say to yourself, "Hey, look, okay, I see the problem. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I refuse to do this act." And when that urge comes, you can sit back and you can reflect on your thoughts, reflect on why you made this decision in the first place. Because you don't want to relapse. You don't want to do that shit, bro. That shit is not cool. And then you set yourself back, and then you sit there and you wonder, like, damn, why did I do this shit? I did this shit again. That right there, fellas, you don't want to do that shit. So really sit down with yourself. Sit down with yourself and think deeply. Like really sit down and think to yourself, I don't want to do this shit no more. Say to yourself, I don't want to do this shit no more. I refuse to do this shit. I'm never going to do this shit again. And when you set that intention, when you say to yourself, I'm never doing this again, you put yourself in a position of power. Because now the law of attraction is going to say, you know what? He's acting on these thoughts because it's all in the mind, bro. It all starts in the mind. Before you relapse, it all starts in the mind. The urge gets too intense for you. That's why you're relapsing, because you're allowing the urge to get too intense for you. You're saying to yourself, like, fuck it, let me just live in the moment. And you got to get out of that mentality of just wanting to live in the moment instantly. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You have to sit down with yourself. You have to sit down with your thoughts, and you have to say, hey, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not doing this shit again. And when you do that, you put yourself in a position of power. So really consider that. You know what I'm saying? Consider that deeply. And that's what it is, fellas. That's what it's about. It's about setting that intention, setting that goal for yourself, and pushing through no matter the obstacle. And once you get past that first week, it's always the first week that's the hardest. Those first 7 days, when you get past those first 7 days, it gets easier. It gets easier. And most of the times, the relapse happen when you're sitting by yourself and you're not doing anything. Or it could happen like for me when I noticed that when I used to relapse, it would happen. I would wake up in the middle of the night with an intense urge, and I'll feel like I can't control myself. But I realized like when you wake up in the middle of the night, just go back to sleep. Just put yourself back to sleep, and you'll fall asleep instantly. You'll notice you'll fall asleep instantly. So really, when you're about to relapse, think about, damn, I don't want to feel that guilt. I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel down again. I don't want to feel depressed again. I don't want to go back to that dark place in my life. Focus on the light, fellas. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Focus. and you will succeed. Peace.